There are fast corners, there are famous corners, and then there is the 130R. A single sweeping left-hander at Suzuka, taken at full commitment, where for decades Formula 1 drivers discovered exactly where courage ends and physics takes over. This is not just a corner, this is a statement. Suzuka is unlike any other circuit on the Formula 1 calendar. Designed in 1962 by Dutch engineer John Hugenholtz, it was never meant to be easy, it was meant to be honest. A figure-8 layout, consistent direction changes, no rhythm to hide behind. At the end of Suzuka's flowing first sector, after the spoon curve straight, waits its most feared test, 130R. The name is deceptively simple. 130R refers to the original 130-metre radius of the corner. No poetic nickname, no exaggeration, just geometry and consequences. For much of its history, 130R was taken flat out. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Formula 1 cars approached this corner at over 300 km/h on narrow track, minimal runoff, and with suspension and aerodynamics far less forgiving than today. There was no margin for correction, no room for doubt. If you lifted, you were slow, and if you didn't, you were brave. Or foolish. What makes 130R even more remarkable is where it's placed. It sits at the end of a long straight, a location where modern circuit designers would normally demand a slow corner to create a heavy braking zone. From a racing perspective, that would make sense. A slow corner after a straight creates overtaking opportunities. It rewards slipstreaming, late braking, and a will-to-will combat philosophy. But Suzuka does the exact opposite. Here the straight ends not in a hairpin, but in one of the fastest corners in Formula 1. From an overtaking standpoint, this is a terrible choice, but from a driver's standpoint, it's absolutely extraordinary. Because instead of asking who brakes the latest, 130R asks something a little bit more personal. Who dares to stay flat? This contrast between racecraft and driving challenge is exactly what separates the great circuits from the merely functional ones, a theme explored in detail in a video titled What Really Makes Formula 1 Circuits Great. Suzuka prioritises the experience of driving over artificial passing zones, and 130R is the purest expression of that philosophy. Drivers spoke about 130R with a mix of respect and restraint. Ayrton Senna never dramatised it, which said everything. Alain Prost called it a corner you drive with your mind and not with your eyes. And for many rookies, the first flat-out lap through 130R was a moment of private reckoning. But Suzuka never tolerated arrogance. In 2001, the illusion of invincibility was shattered. Alan McNish suffered a violent accident at 130R during Friday practice. His Toyota launched into the barriers at immense speed. Miraculously, he walked away, but the message was clear. Formula 1 had reached the point where 130R, unchanged, was no longer acceptable. For 2003, the corner was subtly reprofiled. The radius was tightened ever so slightly, the additional runoff was added, and whilst it's still taken flat out in qualifying trim, the 130R became much more of a controlled, less binary corner. It remained fast, and it remains intimidating, but it was no longer Russian roulette. And even today, 130R, it still matters. Not because it's the fastest corner in Formula 1, it isn't, and not because it causes the most accidents, it doesn't. It matters because it represents something rare in modern motorsport, a corner that demands trust in the car, in the engineers, and ultimately in yourself. At Suzuka, championships have been won and lost, and legends have been crowned, and mistakes have echoed throughout the track for decades. But 130R does not care about titles or reputation. It only asks one question. Do you believe the car will make it? And once you turn in, there's no going back. This is 130R, a corner drawn with a compass, conquered with commitment, and remembered long after the lap is over. Welcome to Iconic Corners. Corners like 130R push drivers to the absolute limit, but in today's Formula 1, are these kinds of high-speed challenges still acceptable, or is safety now far more important? You can join a discussion down in the comments where we want to hear about your takes on these legendary challenges. If you enjoy this episode, please like and share the video, because every like, share and comment helps the channel explore and keep exploring historic circuits for a long time to come. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you never miss a new episode. And for even more racing history, visit our website to download a free ebook of 7 abandoned circuits that you can visit legally, including some hidden treasures that you won't find anywhere else. circuitsofthepast.com